Hello and welcome to another episode of Trains App, and today we're at Edinburgh Waverley, the northern terminus of the East Coast Mainline. We're being services from Scotrail, Abellio Scotrail, the sound of a gun going off. Avanti West Coast, Transpennine Express, cross country, and maybe LNER, depending on if they're going up to the likes of Aberdeen and Inverness while I'm here. There goes 385-115 and 385-104 with the 1300 Abellio Scotrail service. I'll just say Scotrail to be fair. Scotrail service to Glasgow Queen Street. It's been a fair old while since I've been here, but I'm just looking forward to getting it all done. It's a belter of a station, and there's always going to be something for me to go and get. So, without any ado, let's see what else shall turn up. Okay, the next train to make a racket is going to be another pair of Scotrail 385s with terminated service from Glasgow Queen Street. Leading the way is 385-116. And Avanti West Coast 390 departed with the 1252 service to London Euston while I was getting myself set up. 385-103 brings up the rear. I'm going to apologise in advance for any butchering of Scottish towns, or, well, it won't be cities, but more so Scottish towns, like Arbroath. I have been told how to pronounce it, it's completely gone already. See, this is how it's going to be. Don't go holding much hope. See, I hear Charing Cross, I just think, really? London?
This train is formed of 6 coaches. Platform 14.
Okay, 17471 is now departing with the 1303 Scotrail service to Arbroath. The Scotrail livery are these turbo stars. In fact, the Scotrail livery in general is just stunning. It really is. Again, also quite now, it's the 1303 Scotrail service to Glasgow Queen Street. This must be running the longer stopping service, worked by 385-013. Actually, you've got 3-car variations and 4-car variations. I'm steadily learning. And hopefully while I'm here, I'll catch one of Transpennine Express's new little toys running around. And hopefully even the Scotrail HSTs. Okay, the next train drives a terminated Scotrail service from Ayr, worked by 380-008.
This train is formed of 3 coaches.
Bizarre design with a sloping roof, but I quite like it. Okay, the next train to arrive is a pair of Scotrail 158s. Lead the way is 158-731 with a terminated Scotrail service from Cowdenbeath? Somewhere? 158-740? Yard. Where is it from? How do you pronounce it? I have no idea. Right, we've got another Scotrail service disappearing, 34029 with one of their classmates. Cowdenbeath, that's the one, Cowdenbeath, that's where it's from. Right, and then 334-030 is on the rear. Oh, where are you going? Do you know, I've no idea where she's off to. Well, I'll tell you in the next clip once I've actually found out. Okay, the next train to make an appearance is going to be presumably another pair of 385s coming in from Glasgow Central, 385-041 leading proceedings. With 385-031 bringing up the rear.
Platform 12 for the 1315 Scotrail Express service to Glasgow Queen Street via Falkirk High, calling at Haymarket, Linlithgow, Polmont, Falkirk High and Glasgow Queen Street. This train is formed of 8 coaches.
I was imagining the service line 2 coming up here.
For the 13:15.
Okay, the next train to part is the 1311 ScotRail service to Glenrothes, with 17404 doing the honours. As we have another one of ScotRail's newest Hitachi toys coming in the form of 385023. As we also have the 1311 cross country service to Glasgow Central departing, ordered by 221128. Okay, the next train drivers are terminating ScotRail HST with, ScotRail power cars and former Great Western Mark III carriages still. Terminating in, if I can get my words out, from Inverness, with 43015 leading. As also terminating is another one of ScotRail's services from Glasgow Queen Street. (43033) brings up the rear. As there's also another ScotRail service departing off to some far and distant land. No idea where it's off to, but I think it may be. Yeah, it's the 385 that's disappearing off somewhere. 385122 is on the rear of this, and on the front is going to be, excuse me, 385105. Something nice about seeing HSTs up here.
Platform.
Okay, the next train drivers are terminating ScotRail turbo stop from Haymarket Depot in the form of 17408. Woo! She's bought a friend. She's bought 17428. Lovely. Again, departing is the 1318 ScotRail service to Caledonian Railway. The 334s were off to Milngavie. So there's someone behind me as 17433 takes us away. There we go. 334004 coming in with one of her classmates. She's bringing in 334010. I don't actually know who built them. Alright then, the next train to arrive is a terminating ScotRail service from Dunblane in the form of 385119. Had to retreat ever so slightly for the rain has cometh.
for the 13 Haymarket.
Okay, it's parting is 385023 with the 1320 something.
West Calder, Addermill,
Maybe 1322, might even be 1328. I've no idea. It's off the Dunblane, how much I can tell you.
Holytown, Bells Hill, Uddingston and Glasgow Central. This train is formed of 6 coaches.
1322, that's the one.
10 for the 1327 Scotrail service to Glasgow Central via Shorts.
Hello, now we've got 158 740 heading off. I think, judging from that, that's off to Haymarket Depot. We have 731 bringing up the rear.
28 Scotrail service to Aberdeen, calling at Haymarket, Lookers, Dundee, Arbroath, Stonehaven and Aberdeen. This train is...
I think it looks like 334024 and her classmate are... That looks like it's... That's also bound for Haymarket Depot as well by the looks of things.
Service to London King's Cross. Calling at
Well, they've got a lot of ECS running around this afternoon.
York and
So they got stock going out to the depot, then there's stock coming back in.
9 coaches. Platform 5 for the 13.
Okay, the next train driver is a terminating Scotrail Turbo Star from Aberdeen in the form of 17426.
Service to Inverness. Calling at Edinburgh Gateway, Larkinch, Perth, Dunkeld, Pitlochry, Blair Athol, Dalwhinnie, Kingussie, Aviemore and Inverness. This train is formed of...
Plenty of people on board.
Platform 17.
And for all accounts, the passengers that came in on HST, some of them were waving at us. So I wave back to you through the art, or the medium of film. I'm waving internally. Well, it looks like the 385031 and her classmate are again running up to the depot from all accounts. 041 brings up the rear. Doing about turn, you find 17428 now departing with the 1329 Scotrail service to Aberdeen. I'm surprised that she's running on her own. I thought she would have taken the other Turbo Star with her. Although in saying that, the service isn't exactly what I'd call jam-packed. If anything, the rear carriage has got everybody in it. There's hardly anybody in the next 2 carriages, so I guess maybe it's just not a high-capacity route. I find that hard to believe, though, surely. Alright then, just to cause confusion amongst the commuters here, we've got 35408 with a terminating Transpennine Express service from Manchester Airport here at Edinburgh Waverley, carrying its London North Western Railway livery for when it eventually transfers. The previous bunch of 385s were actually going on the 1328 Scotrail service to Glasgow Central. No, sorry, 1327 to Glasgow Central. But for whatever reason, the displays on the side of the train weren't on, and there wasn't actually anybody on board. But it was actually a revenue-earning service that had departed. So that was my mistake. Okay, we're about ready to depart now. It's going to be the 1330 Scotrail HST service to Inverness, as we also have the 1330 Scotrail service to Glasgow Queen Street departing with a bunch of 385s. 385105 is on the rear as 43033 takes this away, and 385122 is on the rear. Away from the driver there, thank you kindly. With 015 now bringing up the rear. I love that sound. I'm just putting it out there. Okay, the next train to arrive is the terminated Scotrail service from Milngavie, get it right. Probably even wrong. Worked by 334011 and one of her classmates. And 334006 brings up the rear.
Cycle, skateboard, or rollerblade within the station area.
Can I hop, skip, and jump? Okay, next party is going to be the 1334 Scotrail service Glasgow. Bloody hell, put my teeth back in. Glasgow Queen Street. As we have 17409 coming in with the terminated Scotrail service from some far and distant lands. 385119 is off to Glasgow Queen Street. I think this might be a terminated service from Glenrothes. He's full of energy. He's chipper.
1340 Scotrail service to North Berwick, calling at Muscle.
Okay, the next train driver is a terminating Scotrail service from Glasgow Queen Street in the form of 385107 with one of her classmates. I'm sure first class is completely worth it on a journey from Queen Street to here. I'm sure you get loads of added benefits. 385120 brings up the rear. There's going to be a turbo star disappearing off to Haymarket depot shortly. Lovely. Ever so elegant. Okay, I may as well have not bothered there. There's an party. It's going to be a pair of Scotrail 334 heading off to Milngavie. So, leading the way is 334010. And on the rear is 334004. And I do like them. They've got a character to them, just by their design. I wouldn't mind seeing those down south, to be fair. You know, Scotrail, if you're feeling generous and you find yourself you've got a bit too much stock, I'll have some. Okay, heading off to Haymarket depot, it's going to be 17426.
Haymarket, South Gyle, Dalmeny, North Queensferry, Edinburgh Aberdeen, Burnt Kinghorn, Kirkcaldy and Glenrothes with Thornton. This train is formed of 3 coaches. Platform
is it really?
For the 13.
Okay, the next train driver is another terminated Scotrail service from Glasgow Queen Street. It's a rather dirty 385. Most of them so far have been well, to the best extent, quite clean. This is 385112. As we also have a Scotrail 158 coming in with a terminating service from Glenrothes. Well, technically it's Glenrothes with Thornton. Worked by 158724.
Platform 12 for the 1349 Scotrail service to Dunblane.
Plenty of people on board.
Platform 15.
All of them giving me a look.
1349 Scotrail service to Glenrothes with Thornton.
Yes, I'm filming. I'm filming
Haymarket,
trains.
Edinburgh Gateway,
This is madness, I know.
North Queensferry, Edinburgh Keithing.
How could I ever do
Forsyth,
such a thing?
Dunfermline
Yes,
Town,
you.
Dunfermline, Queen
You
Mary,
there with the hair, staring at me in a disapproving manner.
And Glenrothes with Thornton. This train is formed of 2 coaches.
Is it?
Platform 15 for the 1349 ScotRail service to Glenrothes with Thornton.
And that'll be what is not really, is it? No, it isn't. Oh god, they're both departing. Oh dear. Right, well, departing here is the 1345 ScotRail service to Glasgow Queen Street, as the 1343 to Glenrothes is departing behind me, worked by one of the Turbo Stars. So the Turbo is 174.09, 385.107 is on the rear of this, and 385.120 is at the helm. Not a whole group of people on this, to be fair. It's quite spread out. It's now going to be a race out the tunnel. Okay, the next train to arrive is another terminating ScotRail service from Glasgow Queen Street, all within quick succession of one another. So, leading the way is going to be 385.121.
Charing Cross, Partick, Pentland, Dunmuir, Dumbarton East, Dumbarton Central, Dalmuir, Cardross, Craigiedonan and Helensburgh. This train is formed of 6 coaches. Platform 11.
And on the rear is 385.102.
ScotRail service to Helensburgh via Glasgow Queen Street low level.
Lovely. Okay, the next train to arrive is 174.14 with the terminating ScotRail service from Glenrothes. Fair few people on board this service. Again, I apologise if I'm making a complete hash of some of these names. Pronunciation has never been my forte, oddly enough. Okay, I'm now to believe that there's going to be terminate you, Burke. Departing ScotRail service to Dunblane. Along with the ScotRail service to Glenrothes again. Right, we're heading off to heading off to Glenrothes is going to be 158724. And going off to is that 385? I think that's 112. And then we have another termination ScotRail service from some far and distant land, worked by another one of their Hitachi commuter trains. Although they're branded as Express. I mean, to be fair, their acceleration is second to none. Fantastic. This is 385.015. It's interesting how some of these trains have their display showing where they're terminating and others don't. Okay, the next train to depart is going to be a ScotRail service to Helensburgh. Should be the 1351 service. Leading the way is 334006. And on the rear is 334011.
Platform 14 for the 1350.
Okay, the next train to arrive is another terminating ScotRail service from Helensburgh, worked by 334023. Squeaky, squeaky. Okay, the next train to buy is going to be the 1355 ScotRail service to Ayr. Worked by the rather stylish 380-101. Okay, the next train to arrive is another terminating ScotRail service, I know, from Dunblane in the form of 385010. As we also have coming in a ScotRail Turbo Star. It is 170-425. There's plenty of people on board.
This is a safety announcement. It is not permitted to cycle, skateboard or rollerblade service to...
Okay, so we're going to have one of ScotRail's 158s heading for Haymarket Depot in the form of 158722. So it's looking nice and clean.
This train is formed of 3 coaches. Platform 12 for the 1404 ScotRail service to Glasgow Queen Street via Cumbernauld.
Okay, the next train to arrive is going to be the 1411 cross country service from Glasgow Central to Plymouth, worked by a 220 Voyager. So making a racket is 220-015. Okay, departure now is the 1400 ScotRail, well basically ScotRail Express service to Glasgow Queen Street.
Newton Abbot, Totnes and Plymouth. This train is formed of 4 coaches. Platform 11 for the 1407 cross country.
So leading the way is 385102. And on the rear is 385121. Okay, the next train to drive is a terminated ScotRail service from Glasgow Queen Street in the form of 385110.
Calling at Haymarket, Dalmeny, North Queensferry, Inverkeithing, Dalgety Bay, Aberdeen, Barnet Island, Kinghorn, Kirkcaldy and Glenorchy Stockton. This train is formed of 3 coaches. Platform 17 for the 1408 ScotRail.
And on the rear is 385113. Slow and steady.
platform 13 for the 1409 Scotrail service to Mulgai.
Oh, go on, whenever you're ready.
Street, low level.
There you go.
Haymarket,
Lovely job.
Edinburgh Park, Uphall, platform 13.
Okay, our final train of the day is going to be the 1404 Scotrail service to Arbroath, worked by 17408. I think so. The comments will tell me otherwise, I'm sure. I have to say, she's looking rather clean. So, as she continues onwards, I shall leave it there. Thank you all very much for watching, it is greatly appreciated. If you've enjoyed, Jesus Christ, what you've seen today, then please do like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment, I do get back to them as I get the opportunity to. As there goes the 1404 ScotRail service worked by 385010 to Glasgow Queen Street. Well, it's been outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. I love this station. And it's changed so much in terms of the traffic, because last time I came here it was 156s, 158s, turbo stars, a lot of 334s, and it's just amazing how it's all changed. I'm not going to complain, I'll happily take it. Next station is going to be Haymarket, and from all accounts that'll just keep me on my toes, it's going to be complete bedlam. So, until next time, from me here at Edinburgh Waverley, I shall see you all later. Take care guys, goodbye.